But I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, we've got a lot of things to get to talk about and get to have fun about. So, let's not dawdle around too much. Let's get on to the main crux of the show. Now, for you YouTube viewers, you already know what time it is. It's time to go back to Witch. It's time to do episode 6. We are going to absolutely have the worst time in the world, but that's just how it goes. So, let me go on about things. Do I like the idea of having Daffodil? Question is, I need to have Unfortunate early just so I can start the early game. So but anyway, like I said, I want to get to talk about what I've been doing recently. So let's do exactly that, everybody. First and foremost, the big thing to really say is a minimum of 4. Well, in that case, then Daffodil is basically useless. They don't have any other spells. He's going to get to hit me twice. I'll have Crystal Ball ready just about. So I'm probably just going to need that to see if I can get anything out of it. 2 hits. Yeah, I just minimize what I can. Alright, getting onto it. Last week was very busy. I worked the entire weekend and a little bit more. And it seems like the rest of my days are going to be exactly more of that same metric altogether of just, alright, I'm just going to be working away. And there's not much more I can really do about it. It's not necessarily a problem now. It's just, alright, I just have a lot of my time that's just going to, you know, one side of the working field or another. And it's not like, once again, it's not really actually going to be a detriment to my streaming. I mean, considering how I'm going to be streaming about, I think I set myself up schedule-wise for 6 days of this week. Unironically, let me check myself. Yeah, because Wednesday night is my IRL night, so that's really the only one there. I will rotate Sunbeam. I'll put that on an odd slot, because it takes an even die. Both you and your enemies start each fight with Fury. I do not like that, because I don't have a good setup to begin with. If you or your enemy rolls his hits, that automatically attaches on fire. You see, that I'm more fine with, considering how I can manipulate sitses. Rather, sitses are still braiding dice for me. But getting back to the crux of everything here, I need an even. It's 2 damage versus 3 damage. It's not going to push my line. I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to get immediately destroyed by losing 1 damage off lethal. But going on to it, yeah. Busy life, busy everything like that or so. It's not necessarily a problem, though. It's just, that's just how the lay of the land is, and I just gotta deal with it when it comes to, you have got to be kidding me, Sneezy, you absolute dastard. Oh, this might be a short run. But the only thing I really just want to highlight is just, it was a busy work week for me last time around. All my shifts were closing shifts, is really what I'm saying here. Do I think I can fight Stereohead at 13 health? I have Crystal Ball. Let's do it and try to preserve my health for the Dryad. Or try to preserve the apples for the Dryad, since I'll be leveling up off of this anyway. Oh, I can get Daffodils going. I don't want to spend the sits on a nudge. But getting on to it. Yeah, all my shifts were closing shifts last week compared to this coming week, where I have a decent bit of morning side of things. So when it... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is absolutely horrendous. I am gonna die in Stereohead here. This sucks. There's no way I can push for 14 damage. Actually, he maxed out. So this is actually wonderful for me. You are dead next turn, unless you get 2 4s. Ooh, we lucked out. We lucked out. Also, I'm noticing my hair's probably a little too dark. Is there too dark, not enough purple for the witch? Alright. We are fine. We survive. We have Crystal Ball for the Dryad fight. Perfect. Getting on to it. Most of my shifts are changing to be morning or morning adjacent in this side. So because of that, I will be doing a whole lot better when it comes to my scheduling and being able to, you know, make plans and all that such or so. However, probably isn't going to be as useful this run, considering how it's always going to be burning dice you got to deal with for it. But hey, who knows, if I can put an upgraded slot. Granted, I'm probably just going full prepared. That way I would have Sunbeam, Sunbeam, Sunbeam out of the wazoo, as you probably see and so. But, once again, just overall, I'm just looking to enjoy myself, to just sit, enjoy myself, sit down, relax, and just enjoy what is my streaming time again overall. Considering how I felt a little sparse last week, and I do want to really start putting a lot more content on the burner. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it there, cause wait, I didn't have to roll that down. You are one away from lethal. I don't think I should have really moved that line too much more now. But I will make away with half health, so I think the apples should be able to take care of that. But I've got Valhalla on my last slot that I really had. I had Helldivers a little bit with Ein and Soul. Cost 2 mana, heal 3. Interesting. I do like that. I think I'll put that in 5. That way I have 2 ways. I have 2 things of mana to use. Yeah, let's hold that. Let's hold that. Starting to fight with 2 poison. Honestly, there's a lot worse, so I do not mind Slime basically just only dealing 3 damage to me and calling it a day. Let's go on from here. Now granted, I am going against Haunted Jar, who can and will poison me immediately, but that is beside the point. Blue Ocean, Daffodil. Basically set myself up to always be gaining mana. Having the initial Daffodil doesn't move my lineup, since I'm always just going to be working on odds, and it's not that I'm generating mana any other way necessarily here, but it does help in case I don't roll the die color that I want. Is my main thought process here. Okay, that is a little bit of a problem, that I didn't roll anything there. I'll just keep moving. I could have played that to be an infliction, but I think I'll just roll double damage and then look for a 4 and then a 1 with the thrown dice, is the thought. Not gonna be exactly what I need, but... Deal double damage. Deal 3, toss the die for 2. Perfect! Alright, don't overthink it, Cruzy. But yeah, overall, I want to just be able to relax, have my fun with streaming again for y'all, and we'll see how much I can get on the line, because, yeah, Valhalla is... so, I have a very rigorous upload schedule for when it comes to... well, yeah, my uploads exactly so. I work myself on a consistent... Give me 1 second. Perfectly fine. That's half of the vacuum self, not counting what he's gonna blood set for me. I put myself on a consistent 4 upload schedule, be it on my regular YouTube videos or on my shorts. 12 is, of course, going to be Omega Strikers. That's always been my most consistently performing series. I would be very remiss to not include that in what would you consider my usual going-ons, especially so. 2 p.m., and then I space everything out by 2 hours, so 12, 2, 4, 6. 12 is my Omega Strikers slot. 2, you're gonna be even no matter what, so we are fine. I don't need to heal because I'm about to level up. 2 alternates between, like, Shadowplay clips or my VODs and everything of that sort. Double dice value or triple, I don't need. I mean, Daffodil's here again, but I really don't need to replace much out of it. Get a new die on 4, gain a mana. Deal 1 damage for each mana you have. I like the idea of Flower Pot. Could have that replace Nudge. I already have 2 sources of damage out of there. Let's put it on Infliction, because that's another way to generate. I think that'll be good to start. Let us get a 5. Get a 1. Roll it down. Get the mana out of that. The double damage is great. I still have an apple to play with. And I can play with Daffodil to nudge down to 4s anytime I get 5s. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But yeah, 12 is Omega Strikers. 2 is for my miscellaneous slots. I know for a fact that's a 6. I'm not gonna be able to heal. I can't just toss sits at you to kill you, actually, instead. And I'll just heal on the apple. Yeah, Shadow Play Clips are just anything I get offline. At 4 p.m., then jumps down to what usually is my initial Road Ride series and all. You'll never roll a sits. I think that's actually pretty good for me, all things considered here. Because sits is always catch on fire. The burning dice has helped me out a few times here, I am not going to deny that. But that cuts down on allowing me to constantly generate, instead of a 1 in 6, I get a 1 in 4 for getting my flower pots going. And then that can really pop off in one way or another. Sunbeams are there. I'll always be able to make use of pretty much all of my slots here. I think that's really, really good for me. But yeah, 4 usually falls down to a roguelite of mine or so, or a roguelite or one of my long-standing series. So I think it was my Balatro slot recently. So it alternates every other day. So I had Balatro on there. I had the last of my 100% orange juice VODs go on there, and I also had what's his face? I think I had Dicey Dungeons actually just go there the most recently. Well, let me check it already here. Yeah, I had 100% orange juice. I have reverse collapse on that slot, and my Helldivers VODs are actually going to take over on that in just a little bit here. I might as well just keep pushing. You're gonna take damage against the bully no matter what anyway, so I might as well press the button here. And Sunbeam again to deal 5 more. You are dead next turn. It just matters on if I can heal, which I would like to do so. That's about half my health. Get the mana for... Actually, I don't have Blue Ocean. I have Blue Ocean now. 3 damage, and then I can toss the 1 die. Alright, we're fine. Yeah, it was that. I have Esports Godfather on that slot now. And then my last slot, which is my 6 p.m. slot, now boils down as well to what's going to be Valhalla. It's been this Dicey Dungeons slot exactly, and I've also had a Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers filling in right then and there too. I can't go down to another Daffodil, so just press these 2 buttons for now. That's a lot of 1s. You could curse me on that, but you'd rather have the poison, and quite frankly, it's moving your damage profile up. I can understand that. Well, in that case, then, give me some mana. I can actually roll this blue down to get another mana. Well, heal me. Hit you for 10. This is a pretty good build we've got going, all things considered. And considering the modifiers so far, this actually ain't too bad, because it screws enemy sitses, so it's just a negative for them, and me not getting sitses just allows me to constantly manipulate the mana pool in this exact way. Which has been wonderful, dude. Oh, maximum of 4. Well, I'd rather just deal the damage to you now, because I have 2 apples to heal up after this. I'd rather get you in a very possible kill range. Yeah, I know one series I'm very excited for to get going is Valhalla, especially, since I have been very much so looking forward to playing it with Ein, and considering how we got a good VOD out of it, and I've been able to divide up our 3 hours worth of gameplay so far into what you could say is about 5-6 episodes. It's been pretty good. So, it's always going to be useless, whatever I have up top there. I'm constantly going to be frozen. Would it be good to just have double Daffodil early? I think so, for the mana. Because I can sacrifice a little bit of mana for if I... because I'm going to get Sunbeams otherwise anyway then. Let's do so. Let's change our plan against Snowman. Because if I did 1s, I don't mind that as much. I do need to beat him to get back to my full health, of course, which is what matters. All Mirrors is a dead slot, unfortunately. And I can't roll anything else down. Blue Ocean, do a little bit of healing on deck. But otherwise, I'm just going to be tossing dice. Oh, actually, not necessarily. Yeah, no, this is actually decent. Still 2 Daffodils, so I'm still going to get a double up. He rolled 3 evens. That's absolutely wonderful. Heal or double? We have to deal double damage because otherwise I'm not pushing a KO line. I have him dead in 2 turns. He could have me dead in 2 turns too, so I need to keep those going. Hey there, Austin, Calvin. Hope y'all are doing well. The freezes are annoying, but I have Crystal Ball for this exact reason. Use my mana to deal double damage first. I don't need the healing as much. But instead, I could definitely just have kills earlier. Right, so 1, 2. Perfect. This has actually been going pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. Now, another dice or a prepared slot? If I go in with a prepared slot, I could legitimately just have 3 flower pots or even just a sunbeam to start. That way, I don't have to spend 4 flower pots when I already have things going. Daffodils. Granted, I could also just make one of these a... I could make one of these a flower pot and all the rest daffodils. But yeah, going back to it all, just excited for how things... I don't want enemies to Sucker Fury. With how things are gonna go for... Oh, it's a boss either way. That's annoying. But I'm excited either way for how things are gonna go for my upload schedule and all, people. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm not gonna have a fun time either way. I might as well check to see if I can buy some piece of equipment that'll replace my 4 slot. So, let's think about it here. Roll you down. I did get a 6. Hilariously. That is absolutely worthless for me. I might as well just spend the mana. I mean, I have it. It'll heal me back from the poison. It's not making me happy. This is not the best start. Then again, when is a witch ever gonna have a good start? Like what? I can burn myself here to deal damage, which is what matters here. I can burn myself, get my dice, so let's think about it. Deal the damage, roll you down. It's a 3. I want you. Get a mana, because I have an even to play with in case I need. Hit for double. I'm generating 1 from Daffodil. Evolution again, just for the 1 poke. Might as well. I could have poked for 2 if I just threw my dice instead of making an evolution for 1 damage. What am I doing? It's alright though, it's alright. Shock is not going to be the end of the world, but it's going to be annoying since I'm getting no crystal balls from those. Damage line always has to be moving though. Hit, toss. Because dealing 10 damage per turn is really, really nice with my mana state. What's not nice is you guaranteeing that you'll get all 3 attacks off. That is so stupid. That I'm already at half health against you, you dastard. Deal the damage. Poke you for 3. You're dead next turn, basically. It just depends on what you get, and you're gonna get 3 effects, 2 effects. Oh, you suck. You suck, Aurora. You just had to roll so well, didn't you? I rolled all 1s too. What is this? Some kind of sick joke? Is this some kind of sick and twisted joke? I deal 3 damage. I deal 5. You're dead. I didn't get to heal because they don't have 2 mana for it. They didn't have 4. Ay. Thank you. I literally can't make any use out of that equipment there, so that's not the best. Aye, boys. I don't like my chances. I really, really don't like my chances. That's all 2s. A 2 damage turn is absolutely horrible, dude. That is absolutely horrible. Well, at least he's not watching my dice, but 13 health ain't much to work on. I'ma be honest with you. I got 6 mana. I also just load up double sunbeams. I will be able to kill you in 3 turns, but I think I'm gonna be dead before then, even with the crystal ball. Yeah, Aurora just kind of absolutely smashed my health to smithereens, and it does not feel good. Oi, Chief. Oh, first run of the night. It wasn't the worst thing ever. Still definitely feels bad, though. Roll these out. I mean, I can sunbeam. I'd prep a sunbeam for next turn again. I'm not gonna have mana for it necessarily, and I'm dead. Alright. Nice try, Cruzy. You just, I don't know, kind of got screwed over completely by Witch having one single bad start, and then you just lost half your health. Aye, well, anyway, back to the previous stop. But yeah, just at the very